quiet in Baltimore. Oh, look at this, Johnny. All these people are watching. Who would have known so many people would be tuning in to our private airport party? For those of you joining us, welcome to Baltimore/Washington Airport. I guess it serves the Washington area in addition to the Baltimore area. But I believe we are on the ground in Baltimore. Johnny and I were looking for a spot to broadcast, and we weren't really sure where we would find one that had electricity and it was quiet. And there was a Yenta behind us, yapping, swollen ankles, and have you seen the doctor? Anyway, she left because, and then there was a kid over here, which is fine, but he might have been too young to understand our humor. He was somewhere between the ages of 7 and 63. I'm not sure exactly. Right? It was hard to tell.
I think he was a young teenager, but very sheltered.
Yes, definitely sheltered. So today is one of the longest days we've ever had at an airport. We started this journey in Las Vegas, of course, where Johnny and I live. Johnny lives at a much nicer place than me in a deluxe apartment in the sky. And we went from there to Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado is very nice this time of year. Hold on, there's people commenting. Oh, well, hello, everybody. So we went to Denver, Colorado, and there was a great show at the Wild Goose.
That's right.
You silly goose. How could you not remember the Wild Goose? The Wild Goose Saloon. We had a nice time. Then we flew from Colorado to Connecticut. We went to Connecticut. Connecticut. Did you know that's how they spell it?
I noticed that today that there was spelling is weird.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah, because they want to connect, but then at the end it's a cut. So you're connecting with them, they cut you out.
Right.
A weird name.
Mm-hmm. And so
February.
We were on our tour of the tri-state area. So we went from. Why does Johnny always look depressed?
I'm not depressed. Shut up.
Yeah. Just fluid and boy.
Everyone keeps telling me to smile.
We'll get to that. There's been a little bit of drama and dilemma over Johnny and his lack of smiling. I think he smiles just fine.
That's her.
It's the big mouth.
What a big mouth.
The big mouth. Martha Ray. Jeez. Martha Ray, the big mouth. Remember Martha Ray?
I do.
So, yeah, she played Mel Sharple's mother on Alice for all you older people watching. And she also, I think, had something to do with Bounty Towels. Anyway, so we went to Connecticut and we had a great show at the Mohegan Sun.
Mm.
We spent 2 days there. First day was a day off, and John and I explored. And then, and we'll get into more detail in a minute. And then we went from there to a place called Cohoes, New York. I'm a New Yorker, native New Yorker. I've never been to Cohoes. And we had a lovely time there. We battled all the elements, snow, rain, and sleet. And anyway, so you are joining us. Get a little volume off your other camera, I can tell. You are joining us live. We're going to spend a little time with you. You can help us get through what's a long day. And we're going to have a lot of fun here at the airport. And we are going to do that right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. All right, welcome back. I knew you were anxious that we weren't going to come back. So everyone's commenting, and we're happy to answer your questions and comments and anything else. Michelle Simon makes a good point. Who smiles in an airport?
Smiles on a Monday. Hold on, I'm getting a call.
Okay. Oh, excuse us while Johnny takes a call.
No. I am smiling.
Code of silence. And then some people say, don't go changing, Johnny. F the smiles. Vicky is here. D-Star is here. The room is starting to fill up. Listen, we didn't have much time to announce this or prepare for this. and then to find a spot. And then we had to get, of course, clearance to broadcast. You did get the clearance, right?
Mm.
Anyway, Stephen Piercy is eating right now at a establishment. What is the name of that place? If anyone wants to go,
The Ram's Head.
And he's having. They serve crab. We're in Baltimore.
With the Hogs and Honeys.
Hogs and Honeys, is that what it's called? So, and he invited us to join him, but we wanted to spend time with our audience. Monaco seriously makes me laugh with some of the shit he says. Well, that's a compliment, I think.
Yeah.
Johnny and I took a CPR class on the way to this gate. The airport has a dummy, another one.
Just passed 400 of them on the way here.
And Johnny practiced compressions, and
exhausting.
I exercised the nipple while he pressed, and they played the song "Staying Alive."
I think you're supposed to do it in time with the song, or was it just like the theme? Like some genius came up with that idea. Guys, we're gonna put one in the airport, and while it's playing, we play the song "Staying Alive" because we're alive.
Do you think they're paying Barry Gibb for that?
No, and I think we lost our patient though, because after a while it was too much.
Johnny got tired and walked away. I did not want to do too much because I had hold of the camera. So we then walked a little bit and we saw somebody in distress. They were in a wheelchair. They were getting an EKG.
That's right.
And Johnny and I were ready to spring into action, considering we had now been certified. The EMT asked if we were doctors. I pointed out we were YouTubers, and
okay. I'm a guitar player.
But Johnny did let them know that he's a guitar player. He's a college graduate guitar player. Those two things are very rare. And I told him I don't mean to brag, but I'm also a bit of an influencer. And as far as people who talk about heavy metal and all that other hack bullshit, I am the biggest, the top of the heap, number one. I have more subscribers than every podcast put together that talks about Dokken and Warren and Trickster. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys are here.
Over there.
Yeah. People talk too loud, John and
such
Abler.
Idiots. Yeah. If they've got to talk to each other, shut up.
True. If anyone watching here wants to come down to the Baltimore area, to the airport, and hang out with us, you're more than welcome to. We are currently at C4. C is in...
That doesn't sound good. You don't want to bring C4 to an airport.
True. Anyway, so we're at the Baltimore, Maryland, Southwest Gate C4. And you guys are welcome to come by. If you would like to buy John and I lunch, I know it sounds like I'm begging, but you can do that. You can super chat, and Johnny and I will go have lunch on you, and we'll show you what we buy. Johnny and I are in the market for crabs. Well, Johnny, in your time as a musician touring, you were around in the 80s, 1980s. Did you ever get crabs?
I was on tour with Mr. Big once, and I woke up and I had someone on my leg, and from the sheets. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a crab, and I took it off, and it was moving, and I told Billy Sheehan about it. And he goes, Johnny Monaco, the man with one crab. Because evidently you can't just get one crab. So I don't know if I had crabs or if it was some kind of bug or something, but,
I would have thought that if Billy Sheehan saw you show the crab, that he would then worship it and believe that it came from outer space and that Xenu sent it here to be part of his
new religion. It was very funny.
Yeah. So, did you shave or get any detergents or do anything?
I don't remember. I just remember there was one alive, moving thing on me, and I took it off. And I don't know if it was a tick. I don't think so.
We're broadcasting.
Talking about my ticks. Some idiots. Rose. But yeah, it wasn't from a girl because I wasn't with any girls at the time. It was just...
You were... Well, there's nothing to be wrong with that, but at that time, maybe you were into something else? Or...
I think it was just from the bed.
Mark Sanchez kicking into the lunch. Mark is one of the best viewers we have. I don't think they get much nicer than Mark. We were fortunate to meet him at the Rainbow Bar and Grill. Yeah. and he's a classy guy. He also paid for Johnny's P.F. Chang's, and he is kicking off this telethon, if you will. It's appreciated, though. Thank you so much, Mark. And yeah, we're one step closer to 2 crabs, and not just one. But I knew a lot of bands. The guy who was in the band Faster Pussycat told me that on the bus, when crabs would break out, they would all get it. You'd have to shave or shampoo with some kind of, I think it's called Prel or something like that.
Well, yeah, those guys for sure. There's probably an outbreak every 20 minutes.
Yeah, and yeah, probably still.
Krell? Yeah, I've heard
Prel. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I put it in my hair before. You know how sometimes
The crabs?
No, the head lice.
Oh, head lice.
You know, if I'm a barber, so when we were in the barber college, sometimes I think when you cut them, they could jump off.
Right.
I don't know if I ever had that.
That's an interesting point.
I know that you can get it that way. I don't think I've had that. Unbelievable.
What does that mean?
Because you look like a giant next to me. Because we're sitting in these chairs.
Look, it's very difficult to do this. I'm a little taller than Johnny.
So it doesn't look like that big of a difference.
I don't think it looks that different like this. I offered a phone book for Johnny to sit on.
It's not a height thing.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, I'm fat, Johnny. I have a fat.
If I go forward and you go back a little, even out.
You're on a diet. I am not.
Whatever cares.
Okay. Well, anyway. Sorry to hear about the long layover. It's okay. We knew about it. This was the only way that we can get home, and so I want to thank some people. Georgia here. Sorry for the long layover, and of course, Vicky. Thank you so much. Everybody is apparently Rat had crabs on the bus. They told the story on VH1. Steven's having crabs right now, but I think it's on the half shell. And Mark, hey Mark, we're going to see you then. Mark will be at the show on Thursday. Johnny, tell the people where we'll be on Thursday.
We are going to California again.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I believe we are going to the Canyon Club.
Yes, I don't know which one is Thursday, but we will be at 2 Canyon Clubs, Thursday and Friday. We will be back Saturday, where I will be seeing Winger. I think Johnny's going to attend with me at the Westgate, which used to be the Hilton, which before that was the Hotel International, the place where Elvis sold out all the shows, legendary spot. It's Lita Ford and a Winger. So I was going to recommend Johnny to join Winger. Kip Winger and I are very close, and we've been talking a lot lately. And I was going to recommend Johnny. I did recommend Johnny to the Stephen Pearcy band. Someone in the comments the other day said I was Johnny's manager. I think it's racist that they think that, but I do not. I am not. I don't collect a percentage of Johnny, but I do try to give Johnny the best advice that I can. All right, let's see here. Well, he knows. Let's get right here. Johnny, much respect for the Pearcy gig. You are, spelled correctly, a rock star. Johnny is a rock star.
I don't think so. But I mean, I got a call coming.
Yeah, I get it. Let's see. I'll handle the comments.
No. Yes. I am smiling.
Zanzibar Davies says, I love the clip of Johnny soloing, but his guitar looks so big on his tiny body. I think people just try to get you Sterling.
I mean, I'm not that small. You know what it is? Everybody else is just fat.
Oh, Johnny, I'm right here.
And I was just, this is how I look.
Johnny's 5'11".
I could use a smaller guitar, I guess.
John and I have been discussing socks last night. Last night we got back to the hotel and we decided to order a pizza. Johnny didn't want to. I was hungry and I don't care about my appearance. And anyway, we ordered this barbecue chicken pizza. It was covered in ranch dressing or something.
Puts a ranch dressing on a pizza. Disgusting.
I'm not sure. I ate it, though. I ate the whole pie. And Johnny had a little bit of a molten lava chocolate cake.
One bite. I threw the rest in the garbage.
He didn't like it.
It sucked.
But while we were sitting there, we got into the discussion of socks. My whole life, like Johnny, wore the long white Crue socks, and they were comfortable. And in New York, that was the thing to do. Also in the 70s. Did you wear Chuck Taylor Converse too?
I have flat feet, so I'm not so much with that because they're very flat.
They're very flat, and they're horrible for your Yeah, any shoe you can bend in half, they say is no good. But anyway, I wore those with my white Crew socks, and yeah, see, that's not going to budge. And so this guy keeps waving at us.
No, that's a commercial.
Oh, so anyway, I told Johnny you should maybe switch to ankle socks. I wear black Afro-American ankle socks, and they're fantastic. It's like wearing nothing at all. I never thought I would switch. So Johnny is researching. In the comments, you let us know. Do you prefer the long white socks, or do you prefer the demure black ankle socks? Let us know. We'll be happy to talk to you. Karen points out that Lita Ford is the queen of metal. Might be more of a Doro Pesh guy. But she's the queen of noise. I know that. Look at all these comments we're missing.
Keep up.
The Midwest puts ranch on everything.
Yeah,
well, that would be nice,
but
but
they're fat.
But we were also in New York.
Ranch dressing on a pizza just wrecked the whole thing. I couldn't even eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told that lady exactly what I wanted. She was very nice until that dummy came and brought it. He was kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I shortened his tip right in front of him.
Didn't say one word, you know.
I had his tip, and then after meeting him, we lowered it just like that. Jason the Mason points out ankle socks. Now, Andrew Zen says the tall tube socks keep your feet sweaty and thus smelly.
No, it's the opposite. The long sock is used almost as a filter. So when you do sweat, it traps there and maybe it doesn't get to your feet. Whereas if you have an ankle with nothing there, the sweat will drip down and go right into the shoe.
I feel it might absorb more funk, though, because there's more material to absorb the funk.
I mean, but it keeps it higher up. It doesn't get it into the shoe. It's like a filter.
DQ, or Dairy Queen, says black tube socks. Michelle said, Michelle Simon, that is, ankle socks, unless you live somewhere cold. We live somewhere very warm. On an average day in Las Vegas, it could be 139 degrees.
Yeah, but then you don't wear socks. I don't know. I've never had ankle socks. They seem a little... I like to feel support around the ankle area, and I think feeling the pant leg touching the skin would bother me.
I thought that too, and now I couldn't imagine not doing it.
I mean, maybe I'll get them. I mean, I like gold toe socks from Macy's, so you can get either the regular ones or the ankle ones, and I usually just get these regular ones and I fold them down.
Oh, here's Okopiki. What is that? How do you say that name?
That sounds right.
Okopiki is welcome back to BWI. That's where we are. Did you know that we're in BWI? Anyway, what gate are you hanging out? If you'd like to join us, we are at C4.
You don't know what you're
Okopiki
going to get.
is probably a very nice, outstanding citizen.
Sounds like a crazy dude.
He's got to get through the... He's got to get the metal detector to get here.
His headset.
Headdress.
Yeah, you can't bring those arrows in here.
All right. Great show as always, and ankle socks are better. Also, Johnny has been sounding amazing live on his Playing Rat songs, along with the other guy.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it, there are no better than Johnny.
Well, that's very kind of
nice
you to say, but I really have not played a good show since I've been in this band. And I try, and then I just never feel like I accomplished it because I'm improvising every night. Now, sometimes I'll play the solo from the record, but then I have to improvise on outros. So I could play at anything different every night. I try to do that. I don't try to play the same thing.
Yeah, but you're not a jerk. You respect Warren DeMartini. You learn the songs. You play them to the best that they were.
Well, of course.
Yes, of course, you're going to put in licks of your own. And soloing out is a bit of an improvisational thing, but you do pay respect to the songs. Also, we should mention Robin Crosby as well.
Yeah.
Who was a very underrated
Oh, yeah. He wrote those songs.
guitar player. Yeah. Especially in some of the early stuff. Dave Balls is here. Dave, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Let's see who else is here. Jason the Mason back would like to know who is the new bass player. The new bass player is actually an old bass player. He's not old in age, but he's been in the band for quite some time. His name is Matt Thorne. And he was, listen, we need a laugh track.
No one's that funny.
Nothing. I promise they weren't. Anyway, he was in a band called Rough Cut. And after Rough Cut, he was in a band called Jailhouse. And before all of that, he was in a band called Mickey Rat, and he was actually in Rat. And if you have the Metal Massacre album, very rare, very valuable, very sought after. Matt Thorne plays bass, Tell the World. He also co-wrote the song Back for More. He wrote some other ones too. I just can't remember. Anyway, so that's Matt Thorne. And he was in Steven's solo band for ages. Right before the pandemic, he took a little time off. He has a recording studio. Anyway, he's back. Yeah, Heinrich knows. And okay, so let's see. Rockin' Balls says, great to see you and Parker. I was the guy with the big balloon tits.
I don't know what that means. It's a guy?
I think so. Rockin' Balls.
No,
You? Oh, yeah, he's a guy. He says, I'm a guy with big balloon tits. He might just be, one of the guys in Mr. Big I heard had a glandular problem and he grew tits. Billy Sheehan.
He's not going to tell you that.
Right. Well, anyway.
Maybe he misspelled something.
Where was Parker? Last night? Yeah, Parker, whatever. It was nice to see you and your huge tits. Johnny has the solo. Johnny has the solo and you think you're tough. Very cool. Favorite rap song. Yeah, it's a great song. And
throw me a couple.
Johnny joined a band that was sort of already established. Many of you know that Johnny is a virtuoso, and in this case, it's a different situation. But Johnny's always on the quest, though, to bring people better music. In fact, while we were here at the airport, Johnny stopped to work on his brand new solo album, which is called "She Said She Found Her Soulmate." Johnny, let the people know how it's coming.
I mean, I need some time so I can sit down and finish it. We've been doing these. I play all the week in Vegas, trying to find out what kind of socks I'm going to wear. It's a never-ending job, but I'm going to finish it. It's going to be great.
I will tell you that Johnny has a lot to offer the world musically, as well as other things. But he makes great music. He has an incredible catalog. You can go to JohnnyMonaco.com. And you can look, and you can also buy some of his solo records. There's a lot of people out there who are content just playing the same old shit, and that's it. But Johnny does make new music, obviously not to get rich, but because he enjoys making music. It's what he does. He writes songs very well. Johnny, am I allowed to say who you've been talking to, or no?
Talking to?
The girl with the big... No, the musician. The musician from your past. He left you a message. We haven't heard.
Oh, yeah.
I think, okay. So Johnny has been talking with Donnie V, formerly of Enough's Enough. He really, to me, Donnie V is Enough's Enough. And anyway, Donnie and Johnny have been discussing possibly playing together.
Yeah.
When I heard the news, I was excited because I think they fit so well together, their voices, and Johnny has a great respect for that music and those songs. I said, and also it would be such a great fuck you to Chip. Johnny said he hadn't thought of that at the time, but that would be so much more real. Enough's Enough, though. I thought that the lineup where Johnny came in after the late Derek Frigo was really great because you had Johnny playing. He can play that type of thing. It's sometimes some of the guys who've been in Enough's Enough. There's 80 people now, but they're not Derek Frigo. They don't have that style. They don't know how to play that kind of music. He was an incredibly talented guy. Derek's family was classically trained, right?
Yeah.
His dad was a violinist.
Yep.
And he was but unfortunately he suffered from addiction, as a lot of people do, and so did Ricky Parent. That's not what took him.
Share with you.
But Johnny's going to share a never before seen picture for you guys. But anyway, so they've been talking, and I think that's the greatest thing. And I really hope Johnny has a little bit of a busy schedule with Stephen, as do I. We're traveling a lot. But who knows? Maybe down the road you'll see some of that, and maybe you will get to hear. She said she found her soulmate. I think he will get to it. And yes, I agree with Dave. He is a true artist. Michael Perez is excited by the news. It's not an announcement. I mean, you can't go to blabbermouth just yet, but I think something nice will happen. I don't know what this means. Any plans for Easter vids like you?
What? Easter vids?
I don't even know what to make of that.
Easter?
I have not planned anything yet. Maybe Johnny and I will go on an Easter egg hunt. Eggs are very expensive right now.
I texted that to you. I don't know if you can get that.
What would I do?
I don't know how to do it. I'm sure.
Johnny, man, the comments.
Growing up in northern Illinois is food, women, alcohol.
What is it? Who is that?
That's me and Derek's dad.
Wow, it's crazy. Well, we're going to have to just hold it up. But this is a photo, and I know it's hard to see like this, but this is Johnny with Derek Frigo's dad. Crazy. He lived a long life, right?
Yeah.
That's a young Johnny, too.
I don't know what year that was, but it was probably had to be like 15 years ago or something.
That's pretty much
longer.
Mike Crawford says he saw Johnny and Donnie in Hershey, Pennsylvania in 2001. Poison.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Quite right. Love that show. Oh, that's great.
Hershey, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I miss about, Illinois. Probably just,
Sorry, I missed that one.
Most things. I don't really like Las Vegas, so whatever.
But as we see other places, Johnny sometimes decides whether or not he should move to that place.
Yeah, I'm moving here.
And so far, and Baltimore is not in the lead. Okay, so we got to that question. Moose Green is here. Looks like a moose.
A what?
A moose.
A what?
Well, what are you
saying?
Johnny sounding good and needs to Johnny sounding good and good to see him smiling on stage. Last night, Johnny was not only was he smiling, but I was on his side of the stage. I'm usually not. I'm usually on the monitor side of the stage, which is the other one. And Johnny was actually teaching me the songs as he was playing. He sometimes gets bored, and he was showing me all the changes and chords that go into those songs. It was great. You should do a meet and greet thing like that, where people can stand on the side of the stage, and you show them all the parts to the songs. It'd be a great idea, and educational. You guys love getting stuck. MBWI. Well, I wouldn't say we love it. I wouldn't even say we had a choice. Last time we were broadcasted live, we were stuck in the Motor City of Detroit. How does Steven like Johnny Monaco in the band? Well, we would probably have to ask Steven. He's knee-deep in crab right now, but who knows? Maybe we'll see him later. I'm sure he loves it. Actually, last night, he was giving you all kinds of compliments. And
he introduced us.
That was 2 nights ago. First time he's ever introduced a band. I think that includes rap. Okay. This guy loves to talk about your height. I got a feeling he's trying to. Johnny's feet are firmly on the ground. He is wearing white Macy's gold top socks.
Hilarious.
But yeah.
Zanzibar. Stupid.
Okay. I found Johnny doing heaven or hell with enough and it kicked ass. Why don't you hit the airport bar?
I think I drank enough for this weekend.
Johnny got intoxicated. I don't drink alcohol. That's not
still so sick.
Not because I think I'm better than anyone, because of my diabetes. I just don't drink alcohol. I was never a big drinker anyway. And Johnny did get drunk enough in one day for 3.
It's like 5 martinis.
Question here is what amp does Johnny use? Now, when you travel and you play fly dates such as we are, normal people would not bring an amp on a plane. There are some bands that do ridiculous things like that. So Johnny plays the back line, which are usually, I believe those are Marshall JCM 900s. It's usually about right.
Yeah, but I don't use the power. I only use the power section. I have a modeler, an amplifier, atomic amplifier. And I run it into the return of the effects. So bypass the preamp section for all you girls out there.
Yeah. Let's see. Sometimes I just pick a comment and I read it live, and then if it's stupid, it's stupid. Yeah. Did you hear how Steven and Johnny's name? It was funny. I don't know why, but made no mistake. He appreciates Johnny. Did he say your name like odd? He called you Monaco or something?
No, he called me the right name. He called Scotus erectus.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he said my name right. He said both my first and last name.
I was very,
which a lot of people seem to do.
Corky, hello from New York City, my hometown, and yes, go Yankees. I'm ready for baseball season. And let's see what else we have. I mean, do we want to talk about this? I mean, we talked about this already on the last show a little bit. Orianthi and Tracy Guns. They're going to play Sammy Hagar songs at the Whiskey. I don't like the Whiskey.
Deal.
Yeah, I don't like the Whiskey Jam Night thing. I think it's stupid. I talked to George Lynch once. He said, I don't go to do those things unless I get paid. And I agree. If the bar is making money, the artist should be making money. And I just think those jams are
they
silly.
don't get paid?
Maybe someone gets a little something, but I don't think they get paid.
I don't need to hear Sammy Hagar songs.
Sammy Hagar songs are fucking boring. Who cares? All of a sudden, he's the Leonard Bernstein of music.
It's because those two are dating now, or is that what it
Orianthi and Sammy Hagar?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Anyway, oh, you mean Tracy Guns and Sammy Hagar?
Yeah. Who do you think wins that foot competition? What else Piggy's like?
I don't know. But I think anyway, I think those jam nights are boring. Half the people they have suck. Sorry if you're watching this and you're one of those people. And I love Chuck Wright. He puts that thing together. But I can't go watch people play Van Halen night, Guns N' Roses night, Hack night, and they advertise the people and you never heard of any of them. It's like this guy from this guy, but he's not the guy, and he's not the guy. But it is anyway. I wouldn't go watch Tracy Guns and Orianthi if they were at an Indonesian live peep show. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Whatever. Do you think? Let's get to the question that the people really want to know: is Tracy going to leave LA Guns to tour with Orianthi?
I don't care.
Will you take the job when they call you again?
They're not going to call me.
They always want to call you. And
kind of thing.
I will tell you that Tracy Guns 100% will put himself in Orianthi's band. I guarantee it.
And he's going to join that band?
Guarantee it.
I thought he would join his band.
No, that's beneath her.
I think it's different styles of music, and I don't think either would be happy not being in their own thing. It seems like
Tracy doesn't have a style. He likes to play with everybody. He's a man without a style. He likes to. Have you seen what he's wearing? But no, he likes to play with everybody. He likes to get down and get funky and jam.
Gross. And
he probably thinks that Orianthi is a better career move for him than those old hacks. I don't know.
I don't know. I think both of them need to be where they're at.
If you had to listen to a guitar player, and you don't need to be snarky, but if you had to watch and listen to a guitar player, would you watch Richie Sambora or Tracy Guns?
Me?
You?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have to answer. Okay, let's see whatever. Jet says, I predict Tracy leaves LA Guns and Philly reunites with Steve Riley and LA Guns. I don't think that'll happen. I did speak to Steve Riley today, in fact, and he will be on the show next week to talk about his new record. I don't think that would happen. Do I even waste my time with this one?
Which one? Oh, Todd Kearns.
Who?
Yeah, I'm talking about gear and amps and stuff. People don't like to hear stuff like that, but they don't.
I mean, some do. I think Johnny should probably do his own thing where if you want to hear about music, you. Oh my God! But. Mm-hmm.
I just try to use the least amount of gear.
She doesn't have a spoke and no delivery.
Did she say duh? And go to the counter?
I think that's what she said. I'm with Pete, just for the record, and you heard it here first. Richie will be back in Bon Jovi very soon. I am the first person to tell any of you that John 5 would join Motley Crue. People got angry with me. They were really nasty, and I was right. And Johnny was there. Johnny told you exactly what was going to happen when John 5 joined. It is less than stellar. Anyway, but yes, Richie Sambora will be back in Bon Jovi, for better or for worse. I think he belongs there, though. What year did Johnny attend GIT?
GIT. I don't remember. It's if you go to my website, I have a timeline and I have it all on there. But I think it was
class of '67.
I want to say 86, 85, somewhere in there. It's on my page.
Go to JohnnyMonaco.com. I didn't read this one. It could be really stupid. Oh no, it looks all right. This is Squall.
The Voodoo Lounge. I remember playing there.
Got to meet Johnny back in the 90s when Enough's Enough was on tour.
Yeah.
With the Bullet Boys at a place called the Voodoo Lounge in Queens,
Yeah.
in New York. Yeah, I do. I remember that place. I didn't go to it, but yeah, Queens didn't have many places.
There was a statue in there, like a voodoo statue of something, and Donnie took it and put it in the tour bus. They made us return it. I don't know. That's what I remember.
Might as well. There's
Ricky Parent.
Inside memory, and the late great Ricky Parent.
Paul Gilbert. Yeah, Paul Gilbert was there. He graduated right when I got there, and then taught the second half of the year that I was there. So I got to be around all that in the old building and in the new building.
I don't think
all you girls out there.
Yeah, not Nita. What's the other girl? Nicole Couch. The girls from that band called Phantom Blue, they studied at GIT and Paul Gilbert was one of the girls' teachers, and Bruce Bouillet was the other one. And they tell great stories. And Nicole tells stories about how she wanted to bang Paul Gilbert. Paul Gilbert doesn't strike me as the ladies' man.
No, he's real straight, and he's never has a bad word to say. He's probably never had crabs.
He likes to play guitar. He was producing this band out of Vegas. They were really possibly on their way to something. And one of the guys ended up having relations with Paul Gilbert's wife. It's a terrible thing to do. And then his brother is just as dumb as him. Let me answer this question. Did Mars get pushed out of the door or retire? So I can tell you from insider knowledge that Mick Mars is still a partner in Motley Crue. You can see he's on the merchandise. It is my opinion that John Five is not, they let him do meet and greets and things to make some bread. But Mick Mars is still a partner in the Motley Crue franchise. Should they make another record, I bet you he would play on it. So I don't think he got pushed. Listen, traveling is hell. Right now, me and Johnny can tell you it's hell. These seats have no backs on them. Mick Mars' disease is very serious, and traveling overseas constantly is terrible. Oh, yes, this is what it's all about. People who care and support, dig down deep, and help Johnny and I buy lunch. We are going to be here for 4 hours, and we are hungry. Johnny, obviously, if you can tell, is emaciated and starving. You can see he's wasting away. He did not get to have dinner last night, and so
because they put ranch on the pizza.
Yes,
puts ranch on a pizza. Pigs.
I had a little bit of heartburn this morning. You can see there's a coast.
Hold on, I got a call coming in.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hello.
I'll keep it down. Johnny's on the phone.
I'm trying.
These super chats.
I can't do anything about that. They're pigs. Okay.
I see the argument that it doesn't matter if Vince can't sing. I think that Vince is actually the least of the problems, considering most people will tell you that Nikki Sixx does not even play the bass live. He definitely doesn't sing any background vocals live. There's probably another guitar track. There was, at least. Anyway, I don't know if Vince is even the problem. I just think that band is one that you don't have to see. Let's see what else we got here. We're talking about music. I think people like it better when we talk about our real lives, but whatever. This is your party. We're just hanging out. Let's see. Some of the this one. Thank you so much. I only heard of the Bees because of the Steve Riley interview. As a fellow Chicago native, was Johnny aware of them? That's a great question. Do you know Bees?
Is it the Boys or is it the Bees? Because I know the Boys.
This thing is called Bees.
Sometimes people misspell things, but I mean.
No, I think that Steve Riley was in a band called Bees.
Oh.
And they were on American Bandstand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I thought it was I know there's the Boys from Illinois. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the Bees. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. He might like it. I don't know it that well. I actually learned about it while talking to Steve Riley too. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to have to buy Johnny some crabs.
I'm getting kind of hungry. I see the Buzz.
It's spelled B-Z-Z.
Yeah.
I would put that in with Steve Riley next to it.
All right.
Johnny is doing his homework right now. Wow. Dragon City Demo is here. He tried to sue this airport.
Oh, it's a B with an apostrophe.
Yeah, I told him it's a terrible name.
And then ZZ.
If you can't spell it, you shouldn't.
No, I never heard of that.
He tried to sue this airport, but he lost.
Who did?
This guy.
Oh, okay. What happened?
This is like a Ryan kind of comment, right?
Yeah, totally. Your pants are on backwards, dummy. Hey, stupid. You're ugly.
We are here in Baltimore. Johnny, we're paying his respects to the Queen.
Queen Carlotta.
Well, naturally, Queen Carlotta. And John Waters makes his residence here in the Maryland area.
Mortown. Or
Mortville. Yeah,
Mortville.
we should have. It'd be nice if we went out there and broadcast live from there. Johnny, a big fan of Queen Carlotta.
I don't know about the buzz.
Yeah, it's a bad name.
But, I don't know.
But anyway, Edgar Allan Poe also laid to rest here in Maryland. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. All right. That was for Mickey, who thinks you need to read more books. You probably should. We should go.
Who said that?
She
did?
She said it earlier. Oh, she said it to you. I was just over listening. You were here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm reading. I read my phone.
That's what you said. This was just a few minutes ago. Joe in Seattle is very kind. Seeing Bruce tonight in Seattle. Thoughts on the Springsteen? I'll go first because Johnny's not going to say anything nice. I thought that Bruce Springsteen. Well, there he is. I thought I was going to hate Bruce Springsteen. I thought it was corny. I thought it was silly. I didn't get Born in the USA, but I did kind of like the glory days. I grew up at that generation of the '80s Bruce. I don't know. I thought it was corny, and everyone told me there's so much more to his career that you don't know about, and the acoustic stuff is dark, and the old E Street Band. In Las Vegas, he played a place called the Thomas and Mack Center. You're familiar with it?
That's right.
You go see Ice Capades there.
Right, buy all my tickets.
Yes, and I lived right across the street, and I went, and my friend goes, "I got tickets to Bruce." It was half empty. Meanwhile, the guy can play stadiums, but in Vegas, they didn't get the Bruce thing. And it was incredible. It was really good. And that was the last of the original E Street Band. They were all still together. And it was great. It was really good. Bruce doesn't fool around for a guy who's not a young fella anymore. Wow, look at all this. We'll have to get to that. Anyway, I think Bruce is great. I listen, I don't know every song. I'd like to see him again. He looks a little bit like Joe Cocker now. But I recommend if you have the chance to see the E Street Band. Johnny and I saw Max Weinberg. He was on this tour diary. And it was great. Johnny, did anything Bruce for you?
I mean, I'm coming up in like the late '70s. Rosalita,
It's a great one.
That kind of stuff, the early stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like all that. Born to Run.
Mm-hmm. Born to Run is great too.
Those are classics for me.
You should definitely see him. If the boss comes to your town, you know how much longer he's going to do these crazy 3-hour shows. He's great. His band is great. And they're starting to pass away. Danny Federici and Clarence Clemens. All right, let's take a look at some of these people who are helping us with our chances on having lunch.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry.
Be Happy, which is one of the best supporters of this channel. The reason I saw Aerosmith is because B essentially paid for the tickets. I'm a working class.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm a working class Joe. Anyway, you guys got to eat. So thank you so much, Be Happy. That is 50 euros, which in Baltimore is worth $7,000. So thank you so much. We're going to enjoy some chowder and other things, and crackers, which is what they called me and Johnny when we got off the plane. Welcome to Baltimore,
you crackers.
All right, Dominic is supporting the cause as well. And Dominic says, thanks for the entertainment, guys. Should be enough for an airport price bag of chips. We live in the airport so much. Everything's... Is that English?
No.
Tostados. Is this an international flight?
Where are we? Baltimore.
I thought we were in Puerto Rico.
Nowhere near Mexico.
All right.
Puta. Say puta? White people are like, are we under attack?
All right, let's see what everyone...
Guatemalans are
there's
here.
so much going on here. Here is Matt Mann, 3326 with that. This is Canadian money, super sticker, very much appreciated. I know that we like to be silly here, but you guys are great. 10th Avenue Freeze Out, by the way. That is like, that is really good. Yeah, really good, Bruce.
Someone asked me about songs. I like "You're in Trouble," and
Are these all new super chats?
I like what's the other one I liked?
Okay, yeah, I see.
Morning After.
Yeah, you like that one?
Morning After, You're in Trouble. Anything off that live? What was that one?
Live?
There's a live one from back in the day at the Palace something.
Oh, that's an old video.
Yeah,
right?
that one. I like those. I like what they did there. Back and forth, the soloing and everything. It's cool.
No one asked me, but I like You Should Know By Now. I like Dance. And I would tell you that Dance, as of last night, is going to be added to the set list at some point. That's news.
I learned that one.
He might that change, but could happen. I like some of those. I have heard Rat songs. I've traveled with all different versions, and yeah, there's a lot of songs I like. I like to hear some of the stuff like "Walking the Dog." Obviously, it's a cover, but that's a really fun one. Actually, he's talking about extending things. "Walking the Dog" is a song that you could extend.
Yeah, right.
And
there's a lot. There's so many things we could do. We should be changing it up.
Yeah.
Bennett
would like us to be careful. Baltimore rotates with Chicago as the murder capital of the U.S. It's not gonna.
Can't bring a gun here.
That's right.
All the bad stuff happens in bad neighborhoods. By the way, whenever they say Chicago's bad or this is bad, they're talking about gang on gang violence in shitty neighborhoods that I'm not going to.
Right, O'Hare. Closer to My Heart is also
Midway.
Great. That was Midway. I apologize. Closer to My Heart is a great one. We talked about that last night. I don't know if
I Want a Woman. We do that one.
I Want a Woman, or I Need a Woman, but I Want a Woman has been added to the set.
Dude, you missed something?
I missed a lot of things. I got so excited with all these people being so supportive.
Okay, now
Food is so expensive here.
Yeah.
What is this thing about Amanda? And I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Well, hold on. Well, Michael Perez, also another loyal subscriber, loyal watcher. Thank you so much, Michael. We can't forget to feed Bitsy. When I left food for Bitsy everywhere, like a trough. She's a very little cat. My cat Bitsy is like 17, 18 years old, so I'm enjoying the time with her while I can. She's cheated death like a million times. I don't know how this cat is still alive. Everyone I know just drops and the cat just keeps going. So thank you. So that we'll put aside for Bitsy, and I'm looking forward to I'm ready to go home. I feel like we've been on the road for months. This kind of touring is exhausting, and literally after the first day, you take naps. You go to your room, you take a nap. You go out, you take a nap, or whatever, and you go back and forth so much that you don't know where you are. And I'm ready to go home and see my cat. Larry, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Sometimes people get mad. I see the people that, oh, you're sitting there begging for money. Well, not begging for money, but we are providing you with a service. And
there's other podcasts you can go watch.
Right. Yes. And you could be like the fourth or fifth viewer.
Yeah. So shut up. This thinks he's funny. It's a height joke.
Yeah, I had to read it. I had to.
but not only is he.
Well, let's give him more. Let's give him more attention.
Not only is he not funny, but he's dumb because the drums are on a riser.
Right.
So everyone's ears are in line with the kick drum.
Do you use
stupid ass?
Do you use earplugs?
I don't.
We should.
But I know that you should because right now it has a ring a little bit. But someone also could be just talking about me.
I don't use the Zanzibar.
Yeah, that's probably just some dummy that I know that thinks they're being funny, that they're not. It's the worst thing when someone thinks they're funny and they're not funny. Isn't it though?
Well, that isn't how the world works.
I mean, if you're going to be funny, if you want to say something mean, that's fine, but just make it funny.
I tend
or real mean.
I tend to agree, and sometimes
try again, stupid ass.
Sometimes Johnny and I tease each other, but it's usually funny.
Hold on, I got a call.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. I'm trying. Because they're stupid. Okay.
Johnny is getting some more advice. Thank you so much. What is that name? Is it 3 Pistol 7?
Looks like it.
Thank you so much, 3 Pistol 7. And a new viewer, I think. I mean, you might have watched for a long time, but I've never seen you comment, and so I appreciate that. Thank you. I think I need to wear earplugs.
You should be, totally.
I stand on the side of the stage all night. A lot of times also at sound check, the drums. The drums are the worst is what I'm told. That the cymbals and things are the worst. And I should be wearing them. I also don't need to. When I played music on
Right.
stage. I didn't wear them. I had a hard time hearing and feeling
That's
it.
why I don't play them.
And I'm not a great musician, so I really have to hear every little, like even vocals for cues.
Yeah.
But as a tour manager sitting on the side of the stage, I should be plugging my ears up. Stephen Pearcy does a thing where he gives me signals like a baseball coach on stage. The problem is we don't go over them, and I have no idea what any of them mean. Sometimes he does this. That means he's looking for Christy. Yesterday he was up and down and all around, and I have most of the time I can't hear him.
Again, he's got to keep striking out. He's just not funny.
Does Johnny hate Reach for the Sky because he is so close to the ground? I mean, listen, he's trying, but there's probably funnier. There's things you could say that are funny, and the Johnny would laugh too.
It's like a dick joke.
Yeah,
I mean, it's on the same level as that. You know, put it together, some mook.
Pick some more comments. This guy's nice right here, Larry. Thank you, Larry. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. We appreciate that.
Oops.
And we appreciate you guys. Oh, Brian's great. Highlight Brian, please.
Again, thinks it's fun. Oh yeah.
First, let's talk to Brian. Let's not waste our time with these people. You can share a very expensive bottle of water you tour us. I'll tell you, Brian Kirk has been a loyal supporter as well. Brian's purchased Johnny's music, and Brian, he's in Canada, and Brian also has what? Look at me, what?
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, the audience doesn't know he's in Canada. Anyway, and he has one of two of the signed Funko Pops that we made, the short hair edition, and the money was donated to Toys for Tots. I went shopping, and so thank you for supporting the channel. This is not going to Toys for Tots. This is going to go to Johnny and I having a nice dinner. Johnny and I had an amazing dinner the other night. Johnny didn't like it, but the experience was what mattered. We went to the Tuscany inside the Mohican Sun. We got a reservation at 5. The second it opened, very difficult to get a reservation there. But they recognized Johnny and I from our broadcasting fame, and they said, just for the two of you, we will give you a table. They asked us, would you like a table inside or one by the waterfall? And I asked the woman, which is better, and she said the waterfall is much more romantic, and that is where Johnny and I sat, and we had a very nice time. The meal itself was odd, but the appetizers we had. Earthquake?
Well, sounds like an airplane.
Airplane. Okay. Yeah. So we had a shrimp cocktail.
That was good.
And then we had a spicy meatball. I liked it. It was good, you know. And then we both decided. I ordered, by the way, for both of us, and I said, and the lady will have. And you know, nowadays they can't laugh at those kind of things. You're allowed to be who you want to be. So the woman has to just sit there. In her mind, she's probably going to look at these two fruits. But anyway, so I ordered for us. Johnny had did you have an iced tea?
No, I had was it root beer?
Oh yeah, you had root beer. Yeah, that was good. I knew you had some fun. I had the Coke Zero or Diet Coke, whatever. Anyway, we had rigatoni bolognese as our entree. This is free, by the way. I don't want you guys to stop giving us money. It's not like we could afford this. They gave it to us. The casino, when you play, gives you $100 per person that you can charge to your room, and that is how we had such a romantic dinner.
But the rooms are like $600.
Yes.
So you know, the food. What are you going to get for $100?
Mm-hmm. So
and water.
Johnny did not like the rigatoni bolognese. It was odd, and Johnny is a bolognese aficionado.
I think the sauce should be red.
They had it had like a panko kind of breading on
Weird.
top.
That wasn't great.
And then it had a dollop of ricotta cheese.
If the chef's name is in the title of the place, that better be great.
His name was Todd Youth or something, right?
No, something
English.
Yes,
Todd English.
Todd English.
Yeah, Todd, if you're watching,
get your shit together.
Get your shit together, Todd. Anyway, and then for dessert, I had a cheesecake that was really good. That was like probably the best part.
The dessert was better.
And Johnny had the
creme brulee.
But it had a name, like Black Bottom
Girl.
Black Bottom Girl. That's how we ordered it, at least. Burnt sugar.
Yeah. Black Bottom Burnt Girl.
Sugar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And it was fantastic.
Burnt butt. Oh.
We appreciate you guys for hitting the pavement for us. Well, thank you.
Right.
It's
Again, not funny.
Yeah.
This guy, man. It's either one of my stupid idiot friends that pretends to like me, or like a hater, like an enough's enough douche.
Well, but he hasn't said that he hates you, and maybe he's
Johnny
just
had a shrimp cocktail. Again, it's all jokes.
I
on
had it
height.
too.
It's like a height.
I'm going to tell you guys
don't
watching.
get it.
Sometimes I tease Johnny about his height, and I do sometimes think he's going to get mad at me.
I'm not even that. How short? If you're like 5 feet tall, I would think that you can make.
He only looks short because I'm a lot taller than him. Stephen Piercy is just as short as Johnny.
5'7". Is that short?
Some people might think it is.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Zanzibar thinks it is.
But I don't know why that's a diss.
I don't think it is either. But sometimes when Johnny and I are together, I will make a joke. Like when someone offers something in clothing, I ask if they have it in adult size as well. Things like that. But Johnny's a better sport. But these jokes aren't that funny.
They don't even use their real name.
Right.
So this is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, let's see where else it goes. All right. People are enjoying our conversation and the lady of the trip. We.
Oh, Lenny Samick.
You know Lenny?
Hey, Lenny. Yeah, it's a Chicago guy. Guitar player. Played with him years ago. Great guitar player.
Well, nice. That's great that he's
I think
here.
we played at the Thirsty Whale once together, and he came out and he had powder in his hair, and he went like this, and all the powder went. It was like how you instead of putting stuff on the drums, it was an effect. Like that's what I remembered at least. Dean Cutinelli. We were in Denver. Scott's friend Dean.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was in the band at the time with him, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's see what else we got.
Longtime guitar player, teacher, great guy.
Well, welcome, Larry. What's his name?
Lenny.
Lenny. Thank you, Lenny. What are you dudes talking about? Well, we just shooting the shit.
They must have.
Maybe he just tuned in.
They could have, or they could have internet in prison.
That's possible too. Is Bendejo, which is actually Bendejo in this case, is Johnny's alcohol intake. Well, I monitored, and he was very drunk. I will tell you what happened. After the show, I settle with the merchandise and money and bring things back. And I was taking it easy, and Johnny was hanging out with some friends and fans, very kind people. And he told me I'm at a place called Novella.
They're lawyers, so they're big. They're high rollers.
Right.
They buy me martinis all night.
And I said, okay, I'll meet you at Novella. I kept asking people. They said it is called Novelle.
Yeah.
And Novella is a Spanish soap opera.
Coming out of someone's mouth who looks like they just got out of
Shawshank. Yeah, someone's abuela would be watching my Novella. But anyway,
classy.
But I got there very late because I dined with Matt Thorne and Eric Ferentinos, and we had a nice lunch. And then I came and saw Johnny, and by the time I got there, I was too late. He was intoxicated. And he was drinking Cosmopolitans. We went and played an Elvis slot machine, and they decided that it was fitting to give Johnny more alcohol. And
martinis.
He then drank, and he may or may not have been throwing up in his mouth.
I still don't feel good.
And anyway, and then he would. If you've never seen the episode on here where we go visit the Christmas. Johnny got really drunk for Christmas, and it was kind of like that. He was running around and angry, and guy kept calling him Ozzy, and it bothered him.
Well, I mean, what the fuck, you know?
And
then Bon Jovi. Someone called me Bon Jovi.
I went to an all African American school in Spanish Harlem. There was 15% non-African American people. That means Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Actually, I think there might have been more Hispanic too. But anyway. Point is, they would all call me Bon Jovi or Guns N' Roses because that's what they knew. They see someone with long hair. In Vegas, if you have black hair, they call you Chris Angel. That's a big thing.
They do?
They do with me.
All right. Dummies. They're just out of touch. They think they're mocking it. They're not being nice or funny.
See, now Todd wants to get in it too. Todd's a new viewer. Todd would like to know if you enjoyed the children's menu. See, now they're
all right.
That was a little funny.
I don't even know what to say to these idiots. They're such, they think they're funny. They're trying to stir it up, a little bit. I mean,
it's bullshit.
If I was going to enjoy the children's menu, it's only because it was under $10.
Or he had a date.
Right. But I don't know. These people, they're just He said sorry. He's apologizing now. He had to.
Yeah, but he was all right. He
had to
made
say
one
something.
joke,
He had to say something.
and we made us both laugh, so that's fine.
All right.
I've just taken Monaco's Guitar Geek instrumentals off the CD rack to play before bed. Nice. I don't know about that. Do you have a record called Guitar Geek Instrumentals?
Yeah.
I apologize. I should be more familiar with Johnny's career.
I can't play it anymore. I'd have to relearn it. But there's some parts and there's some stuff on there. It's the only instrumental album I made. It's too much work.
I would like to hear that. Is it is it wherever music is?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you shred?
It's all instrumentals.
No, I figured that, but I'm
Yes.
saying, is it like Yngwie too? Like, do you get Paul Gilbert? Do you get crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to hear that. What year was that made?
A while ago. I don't know. Maybe over 10 years ago.
I'm going to listen to it. Okay, Sean, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are great, by the way. The intention wasn't to come here and get you to buy us dinner, but at the same time.
Michael Jordan Steakhouse. Yes, it is still there. We couldn't get in.
Oh, interesting. Yes. Coogan was supposed to go there. I don't know if he got in, but we wanted to go Italian. We probably should have went for the Michael Jordan. It's a soul food.
Yeah, it's not true. Oh, basketball food. So it's for people that go and see sports games and go to a basketball game, like so burgers and fries, whatever fat people eat.
Letitia, is that the name that I'm looking at? Letitia, I think it says Letitia. Thanks, Jason, for answering questions about tour managing. For the food on the road, this trip has been interesting for sure. Always happy if you guys get an exceptional meal.
I'm gonna try.
We get some good meals sometimes. It is hard, and we do try to eat the food. Jesus. We do try to eat the food of the locals. Let's see.
That's a good height for a young woman.
What is the height? I don't get the joke though.
They're making fun of me.
I know that, but I don't get it.
I don't understand.
I want to get it. If you're gonna make fun of them, I want to understand.
Because they're stupid. That is
5'7". Yeah.
Right.
D star says it's fine right underneath.
I mean, I guess that hey, Sammy Davis Jr., Al Pacino. I can go on and on. Some of these actors, they're not tall and lanky.
We had a driver the other day take me and Steven to cash a check. When you play a casino, you have to go underground. Steven was acting like it was Ocean's 11. He was so excited. And the driver was a younger guy. And then there's some other security guys at the casino. You travel with security when you do this kind of thing. Anyway, the guy said, Steven was talking about the Rat Pack. And he asked the driver, can you name anybody in the Rat Pack? We thought he'd get the obvious ones. He said, Sammy Davis Jr. And I said, that's the only one you know? You went with the Black Jew? And he didn't know. We said Old Blue Eyes, and then he kind of got that one. We said Uncle Dino, and I thought there's no way this guy's going to get Henry Silva or Angie Dickinson or Joey Bishop, Peter Lawford. But Stephen made a good point. Norman Fell, Mr. Roper, is a member of the Rat Pack. Yeah, Ocean's 11, and if you know Mr. Roper,
Jack,
you kids better have that rent. Ginger or Marianne? I'll bite on that one. For me, I'll go first. And I think Johnny's going to say something I do. When I was a kid, it was Marianne. Look at her, long and all that. But now I'm into the darker hair. For me, it would be Marianne. Tom?
Yeah, they're both pretty hot. You said Marianne?
I said Marianne.
Yeah, I think so.
She was just so cute.
Right.
Ginger is the only Gilligan's Island cast member alive. She lives in Manhattan. There's a weird thing about New York City. There's people who get so old living in New York. Tony Randall lived in New York until he passed. But Joyce Randolph, who played Trixie on The Honeymooners, is alive and living on the West Side. And she's like 98 years old. And this broad Ginger, I think she was on the East Side, but she is also alive and kicking. So it's great that and the Gilligan's Island Funko Pops are coming out soon too. Here's a guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like the same people. They just like make like
hot dog guy. Well, he actually found a photo. That's his actual penis. But
of course he did. He's an idiot.
Is anyone wondering who the two old Jewish broads are yapping in front of the? Oh, I don't think he's being funny. I think it's some of the people behind us. I think we insulted him for nothing. We thought you were calling us all Jewish.
I think they're talking about us.
Well, it's all right. Let's see what else is going on here.
He's not killing me.
No.
It's.
Some people are getting mad. Listen, I find it funny. Normally we block jerks.
I don't block them. I let them say what they want because we want everyone to see how stupid they are.
There are 200 people joining us right now. This was not announced. We just put this together. It's 5:36 p.m. Our flight leaves at later.
How much time do we have?
The flight leaves at 8:12.
That really?
So yeah, so we have a lot of time. We'll stay on
We're not
here.
doing this forever though.
No, we'll stay on here a little longer, and then these people were so kind that I think we should we should have dinner. I mean, on them, they were kind.
I thought this was going to end with me being, I didn't get banned. This guy again.
Eddie Van Halen was not 5'5", but okay.
I have a big head. Does that mean like I'm conceited or full of myself? Is that what they mean? Is that what they're implying?
I don't know. This guy doesn't like you though.
I don't care what he thinks.
CPM, do you not like Johnny?
You know where I'm at in Vegas. Come out there.
My CPM, by the way, is huge. You guys wish you had a CPM like you. That's clicks per million. It's a very big in the influencer world.
Must be a cool guy.
I have a lot of them. Did you know that this channel is on its way? People don't like when I brag. This channel is on its way to 2 million views. We'll be at 13,000 subscribers. And it's brand new and it's fun. And really, I just do it for you guys. There's so many times I don't want to do this. I don't want to get up. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. No one wants to look at themselves.
I think that's Ryan Johnson.
But you guys make it all worthwhile. Which one? Zanzibar?
Yeah. They'll blow his house up.
You can't say that in the airport, especially. Monetization will be very difficult. Remember what happened with the last one? Anyway, so I would say that thank you guys for supporting. CPM. He now he's being an asshole.
Who, this guy?
Yeah, let's just put his racist comment up. No, we'll read it first. Oh. Yeah. Not all black people are African American. Caribbean, Latin America, European countries, and other locals have black people.
Really?
Well, I'm sorry, Al Sharpton. I didn't realize.
I didn't notice that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, ain't that a son of a bitch?
So you learn something new every day from a dummy.
The Minion menu that they're joking about, that I said in the
What's that?
In the tour diary, they had a children's menu, the Minion menu, and I mentioned it.
All right. All right.
You get rid of this idiot's comment.
This guy?
Yeah, we just click on it. No, you don't have to ban him or anything. I don't give a fuck.
I
mean, if you want to.
No, I don't care.
Hold on. Someone's being kind.
I let them talk. Let the stupid idiots talk.
The kind people, though, make up for all the jerks. Janice, I don't know Janice. I can't tell what's in Janice's picture, but it looks cool. Anyway, Janice, thank you so much for the support. You guys are all so great. Anyway, like I said, I do this because you guys are great. Johnny and I meet so many nice people. So it's more fun to dwell on the jerks. But we meet so many cool people at the shows who watch this podcast constantly. People came over to us in the casino who didn't even know Stephen Piercy was playing. This is not built on Stephen Piercy. It's great that we do that and we can broadcast. But I meet so many people who just say they love the show or they subscribed. If anyone's watching who hasn't subscribed, please do. The best compliment that I got on this recently was somebody said they enjoyed the way that I talked to the guests and listened and didn't make it all about me. And then when we do these shows, me and Johnny can come on here and just talk and be funny. That's the best compliment because I am aware that there are two different things. Some people don't want to hear us be ridiculous, but they like the interviews. And there are some great interviews coming up. Okay, Johnny, pick some comments.
Okay.
What is this one? Let me see. Now they're picking on me.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm just going to click on this. But Jason, will you be traveling or can you make Christie's prom this year? I mean, I think that if you're going to make jokes, they have to at least be something that I know you're talking about. Christie's prom? Who is Christie? You going to get this one? Christie's prom.
Is he spelling Christie wrong? It means our Christie.
But would you order too? I don't think.
I mean, I don't know.
Hot dog guy, come on, clean it up and explain what you're talking about. Christie's prom. Chinese pizza looked bomb ass good. Actually, Chinese pizza was actually really good. It's one thing we unanimously all liked.
George from Guitar Plus was arrested for CP. I thought he died. Guitar Plus was like a Guitar Center owned privately, and the guy George owned it. He was kind of a strange guy. He was nice to me, but he was kind of weird. But he's saying he was arrested for what did you say it was?
CP?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Oh, I know what it means. You don't say it.
I know it. I know what it is now.
I was going to whisper it to you.
You know, these people, it's got to be someone I know from Chicago.
It seems that way, but
It's always, that's why I cut people off.
Johnny, good question. Answer this one.
Lose or, I'm not a fan of either of those.
It's a Chicago pizza. Those are both deep dish, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would go with Giordano's. I never went to those. I don't like Lou's. Everyone really likes Lou's.
Right.
To me, it's too saucy and wet, and it gets too much liquid going on. They put the whole tomato on. I don't like it like that. I like it the sauce without the actual tomato. And it's been a while since I've been back there and had that pizza, but
I think I like the Giordano's myself.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert.
Regular pizza. I like the ones that are like privately owned.
Yeah,
those are kind of not chains, but they're.
I think
ones.
Johnny likes also. I think would like New York pizza. You like a slice of pizza.
I do.
I mean, I know you're a Chicago guy.
I like it thin. I'll eat deep dish too, but it gets a little too much.
It is. It's tough. Okay. Oh God. Tom Cruise is 5'7", biggest moose in the world. Yeah.
Let's think about the height thing. You start walking around with a little dog in striped pants. Remember Bart Simpson did
that? Frank is saying, or Frank, as the case may be, we're keeping him company at work while he's doing Excel spreadsheets. Hello from Southern Ontario. So thank you.
Spreadsheets.
I'm always happy to keep people entertained. That is the reason why we do this. Have food delivered to where you're sitting. That would be great. I don't know how to do that, but that would be really funny.
There's a whole thing over there, like a mall. There's all kinds of places.
You know what? I will say, this airport is great. There's tons of stuff, and hopefully it doesn't close soon. But it's only 5:42 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, what is this? Right.
Richie just tuned in. He's asking where we're going. We're actually going home.
Which is the place I live.
Right. But that's home.
I do not.
Where you lay your head.
Home.
Where you lay your head is home.
I don't like it.
We're going. We were just in New York, and we were just in Colorado, and we were one other one, right? Connecticut, and now we're in Baltimore, and we were in Chicago, and now we're going back to Los Angeles. Queensryche will be at the Cannery. Any chance of interview? Who knows? I mean, they're not very exciting people.
Which Queensryche?
Well, there's only one. I would rather interview Jeff Tate or Krista Garmo or Scott Rockenfeld, to be honest. If I had to pick, I think those guys would be more interested. We see Michael Wilton and Eddie Jackson constantly. They see right through us.
Yeah, we were talking backstage, and the guy was looking above, like this far away, looking over us. I don't care. I mean, I guess over me isn't. You're not looking for too much.
These people want to talk. Thank you, John. He's enjoying it. The people who are talking about heights, it's saying Eddie Van Halen is 5'8". The rest of the band is 6 feet tall. Well, Alex Van Halen is bigger than 6 feet tall. Okay, what's that? He's probably and they're brothers, so it shows you.
I don't understand why a height thing is like a diss. I still don't get that. I mean, it is. You're like on a basketball.
I think the only reason it's even remotely interesting is because they think they're getting under your skin. I think that's why people do it.
I don't mind. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Well, and again, it's also because when we stand next to each other, Johnny and I have similarities. We have long black hair and glasses, and so when they see us, they sometimes think that
I could start dressed. I could wear a disguise. I have a fat suit.
Somebody came up to us in the airport or at a venue the other day and said that I was much taller than they thought from watching the podcast. And that's because most of the time, broadcasting, most of the time you see us only in these little things. We're not standing up. What do you see there? Anything? This person wants to know how the airport rates. We haven't been here long. We've been here before, but it's pretty nice.
You have a nice
Very
shop
rare
there.
you find a quiet spot. We couldn't do this in many cities. Now it's Monday night, but I would say so far, Johnny's getting tired, so we better start winding down, I suppose. Let's see here.
We're trying to get. I mean, everyone's posting a lot of nice stuff,
Yeah, and we're not skipping. It is hard to keep up with all the comments. I'm still trying to figure out Christie's prom.
This guy, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, where is the hot
This
dog?
guy's also part of the Chicago thing where they're saying better inventory.
Why did you look like a deer in the headlights when you interviewed Jim Gillette? I don't even know how to answer that. Why did I look like a deer in the headlights?
Were you wearing antlers?
Maybe I had antlers. I don't know, Wind War Attack. It sounds like a stupid statement. Are you trying to say that I was intimidated by Jim Gillette or something like that?
Does he still have the hair like that?
Do you know what he looks like?
Well, I mean, I knew what he used to look like.
He don't look like that anymore. He looks like a UFC kind of guy.
Oh.
And he is that kind of guy. But anyway,
but he was a lame look.
He doesn't look. You wouldn't recognize him if you walked by us right now or broke into the airport.
Take that. If I have a bald head, what can I do to really jazz this up? I know, grow a beard. Oh, yeah, he looks like like a normal. He must work out.
Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't in.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
It was nonsense. Anyway, but no problem with him. I mean, anyone likes to be involved.
Yeah, the Chicago places for pizza, I always find are the family-run ones.
Mom and pop, yeah. All right, what else we got?
This guy's telling jokes.
That's stupid. Go ahead. What else we got?
Is that funny?
No.
Al's Beef, yes. I like Al's Beef. Portillo's, Al's Beef.
Portillo's is a big Johnny's.
Mr. Beef. I'm trying not to eat like that anymore. But I mean, he forced when you're out where we're at, we can't find that.
You gotta take what you can get. You guys have been so great with the super chats, by the way.
Would you date a trans woman?
That's from Jakey Lee. Oh my God.
He's talking about a girl that drives a Trans Am. Because I like Trans Ams.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Trans. Maybe it's trance. Maybe it's a typo. Maybe it's like someone who puts you in a trance.
Oh, like a gypsy.
Like a gypsy, like the Wolfman.
I would date a gypsy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to meet her family. Just a curse on.
Oh wait, I think he's asking if you would date a girl with a penis.
Oh, a trans. Mm-hmm. I thought it was somebody that doesn't eat a lot of bad food.
Right. That's right. Sugar is trans carbs.
Right. Trans.
She's gonna show logs.
She's a trans. Well, who would be driving?
That's a good question.
Because as both men, we both want to take the wheel.
Book Club Warrior 22. These hangout shows are the best. Reminds me of just hanging out with my buds and riffing. These blow the interview shows away, although I enjoy them as well. Johnny is hilarious. Well, I agree with all. Well, I mean, the interviews are a totally different thing. But I'm glad you like hanging out with me and Johnny, who we've been hanging out with each other for 4 days, nonstop. It's amazing that we actually want to sit next to each other and do this. Yes, we were just in Connecticut. Have you still been in touch with Steve Lynch for autograph? Yes. Does he have footage of him playing? And yes, there's no longer footage. He will come on the show after the lawsuit. It's settled. Not a good spot. Sorry, I just want to tell these people they shouldn't talk here. Know what that means.
I do.
Are you good? Okay. This is definitely somebody you know.
Yeah, this is why you move away.
This is our language too. I mean, do you know that person?
Yeah. Elise recently passed away. Oh. She was great. But she had a rock and roll hairstyling place called Rock Styles by Elise. Mm-hmm. And she was married to Bruce. And Bruce used to work at a guitar store named Soundpost, mm-hmm. which was a competitor to Guitar Shack. And he was also, and this, you might know this, was in a late 80s, early 80s band called Eric Steele.
I don't know that one.
So Eric Steele, you can look them up. They were like a rock band from back then. I've kind of lost track with them.
Tony Ortiz says it's only 30 minutes from BWI.
Okay, security.
There's not much we could do about that.
But like all the other fruits, did you have Louise do? She never cut my hair. I mean, I went to her once, but I cut hair, so I probably had someone else.
Johnny, we should have brought you a scissors. Maybe you could have cut my hair right here.
That would have been good. Wrong. I don't want to fight 2 people.
Uh-oh.
What? Queen of the Reich was what? Super.
You already knew this. It's breaking news, but we can't say it. But you already knew it was coming.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
That part.
Oh. Okay.
It's what we wanted anyway.
Yeah, because the water. You gotta wonder with some people. Okay. Sometimes when I start scrolling, it just jumps too far. I'm trying to see everybody. Everybody is making some. We're reading all these. I'm just,
I get people asking me to come on their podcast a lot.
He says she's not making fun of me. I don't know what happened there.
I don't mind.
Oh, it's Michael.
I don't go on many people's podcasts because I do this one and I talk for so many hours a week that I don't know what I could do on somebody else's.
One chilly experience.
Oh, that's right.
That
yes.
so
we were
funny.
stuck in the Detroit airport. Anyway, this woman wrote me. She has a podcast. I'll tell you what it's called. 2 Girls and Their Alcohol. And they're asking me to come on their show.
That sounds great.
And that might be fun, though. And if the girls... listen, I don't mean to...
I'm getting a call.
Oh, good.
Hello. No. I've told you before. 5'7". Yes. Without shoes.
You get it?
So I'm having a suit made.
Oof.
Checking out my inseam.
System.
I did just get a fantastic pair of new boots. They're vintage and they're like a cream color and they're very cool. So is that them?
Mm-hmm.
They look like they should not be drinking. They're looking too young. Oh, maybe
That's
one. Okay.
I better not.
You gotta wonder about Bob. Jim wasn't nice to Lita.
That's what I hear. He says in the interview that he has full custody and the kids side with him. But I've heard a lot of people say bad.
Lita Ford and Jim Gillette had a thing.
They were married. They have 2 children.
I didn't know
they had
that.
a bad separation.
I didn't know that. Gene and Jude's. Now that is another killer hot dog place you've never tried. It's right behind where the Thirsty Whale used to be, and they just destroyed that lot and they put up McDonald's. Mm-hmm. But it's right there in River Grove.
Is that a Joni Mitchell song? Put up a McDonald's, Pink Paradise.
They do it everywhere, but they take the fries with this thing and they roll it in with the hot dog. So when you unroll it, it's all in there together, and the hot dog's real snappy. They put the mustard. They're really good.
Hold on, here's an asshole.
I can eat that.
Opulence. I'm more willing to make fun of Jason needing a 90 Uber ride. You mean dollar, but you're an idiot. From eyebrows to hairline. He's trying to say I have a big forehead. I also have a big cock, something you probably couldn't relate to because you're sitting in your mother's basement with your small wiener, trolling out of desperation.
It's funny, a Trans Am woman.
Mm-hmm. Try to keep up, folks.
Frank Sinatra, Michael Bolton, fly me. This, I don't know what that means. I want to be Jason, Joey's Uber driver.
Who is Joey?
I don't know what that means.
You mean him?
78 Trans Am with a screaming chicken.
You're not funny.
Johnny can sing. See, this is how we should do it. Just like give him like a wait. I buy my uncle's boots.
What you're saying about is Uncle Dan a place in Chicago?
I don't know. Maybe.
You guys got to explain yourself.
That could be. I maybe I should know that. I don't know. I don't buy boots a lot. He's saying that they're big. There's a difference. Elise used to, she used to do Michelangelo's hair. Do you have a favorite pick that you use? I just use like heavy picks. Like not extra heavy or a little heavier than normal. I try to just mix it up. Any more tour vids? Yes.
Yeah, we shot one while we were here, and actually we should maybe we'll do something right now.
Don't let them give you a hard time. You tower over Glenn Danzig. It's funny.
All right, this is the tour diary. Johnny and I decided, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, you hit Siri.
Mother.
Get this one in down there.
All right, this is Johnny and I here at the Baltimore airport. This is the tour diary over here. And then over here is us live.
I want to do
So
something too.
if you were wondering how we're doing this, this is the live chat. That's the screen.
I want to be
And
involved.
there's the comments. Some are good and some are stupid. And there's Johnny. Johnny's going to get involved too. And anyway, this is so as the tour diary goes, you know, this has been the longest day ever, a 4-hour layover. And here we are. So anyway, we're going to talk to the people. Those of you watching the tour diary, you will know that you're going to be in the next one. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to
How you do it?
people's stupidity. Just happen.
Right this one?
No.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Hold on. Give me a call. Hello. Damn it. I'm at the airport. At the airport. I told you all day. No. It might have. I said it might have. I don't have. Yeah. All right.
CPM is concerned with the size of my penis. And that's why I'm going to show it down here. Wow. I got to. Hold on. I just got to clean the carpet. Because it's for those of you watching, it's only 5 inches from the floor.
Smells like someone's smoking.
CPM,
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear your Johnny's live via satellite. He's going to show us around the airport. I don't know if you can hear him, but
Shoes on. Can you hear me?
all right. So Johnny is going to show you around the gate. And let's see. We had a little fun. Let's see. I don't know why we're calling Johnny Joey. I don't get it. Yes, there's a little bit of feedback. I can fix that. Jesus, are you guys still stuck in the airport? Well, it's not the same airport that we were stuck in last time. Last time we were in Detroit. Today we are in Baltimore. As you can see by the screen, Johnny is making his way through the terminal to show you things. And let's see. The thing you find about Kylie Jenner, this is something you see in every airport. Kylie Jenner is the most huge thing in the world. She sells that stuff. I'm preparing to put losers on timeout. I think some people here are a little douchey, and I don't want them to ruin the fun for other people as Johnny shows you around. So, Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure there's a little feedback, but it's all right. Johnny, can you please interview a stewardess? You have to call them flight attendants, not stewardesses. And yes, Johnny is not wearing shoes. He's also not wearing ankle socks. I'm thankful for those of you who are watching who are here to have a good time. And Johnny going to show you some of the planes. And so anyway, yes, of course, you always have a few people who think they're funny. They never are. You have people who comment on looks because they're not attractive. I'm going to have to mute your mic, Johnny. All right. All right, that should solve the problem. No. All right. Anyway, Johnny's back. But I was saying there's so many people who come to have a good time. Most of the people here are watching and having fun. And that is what it's all about.
This is how I get to 5'7".
Johnny's adding lifts.
I got these on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help with my posture.
Well, how's it working?
My feet hurt. I hope I got the right one. Remember when I thought I had DVT on the plane? I thought I was going to die. Oh.
Yeah, okay, let's see what else we have here. Those nice white socks will be not so white after he's done walking around.
It's kind of cold in here, isn't it?
I'm bundled up. Johnny met a girl earlier at Starbucks. Her name was Shanae, and she told Johnny that she loved his outfit. And Johnny pointed out that he saw it in the Drake video. And
I know when that happened.
And she really, I'm going to be honest, she had an attraction for Johnny. And not me, by the way. But although I went through the metal detectors, and the woman said she liked Frankenstein.
Was she pointing at your penis?
Yes, and it says it's a monster, and she said, "I like that." And I said, "Oh, you like Frankenstein?" I like Frankenstein. She goes, "I love Frankenstein." And then I got a pat down, and after the rectal exam, it wasn't so bad. Johnny, though, you got her digits right at the stuff. Oh, and she really did like Johnny. She came by a few times. There was something, and then she upgraded us from the Ariana Grande size, and she gave us inordinately large beverages because she was a fan of Johnny, and as many of you know, Johnny is a friend to the African American community. It is Black History Month. Did you know that? Of course.
Yeah, I saw that. We were in the airport in Midway, and they had I think their children made their signs and they stuck them on the wall with gum.
Yes, and it said though, Happy Black History Month. They happened to have only Black people working at that one.
Yeah, I'm racist.
Oh yeah.
It's funny.
What is it?
What are my jokes?
Spelling threw me off.
That's okay. Yeah. No, I'm not drinking any more vodka.
200 people here enjoying this video from the airport, and most of you very nice. Some of you are still hanging off your mother's teat. So, but I'm glad that you're for the happy folks who are here.
This guy wants to know if I'm walking in heels.
Johnny, I've learned something. People who think they're funny usually are not. If they offer you, Craig Gass was here. I said to him, if they offer you the information that I'm funny, or that I'm just like you, I'm funny like you. If they do that, usually not.
You know,
funny.
another thing that happens.
Another tell
is when they tell you they're very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm very intelligent. I say that.
Yeah, that usually means they're.
And usually they include you in there, like like you. So it's like it's a humble brag, but they want you to know that they're also saying in a roundabout way that you're intelligent, but so am I. Even if I'm not, they'll say because we're both intelligent.
Johnny, this podcast is obviously very popular. Did you know that we have an audience now?
Yeah, I know. So
Johnny and I have a studio audience, and they're enjoying it, as of course anyone would.
Yeah. Super Dog. Yeah, I'm not a big Super Dog. I mean, I'm sure it's really good. I never. That was more in the city.
Johnny, why do the people all want to? Why do people all want to talk to you about things from the past under anonymous names?
Because it's like when people say keyboard warrior or some guy behind a keyboard spouting out, there's no, they don't, you know who they are. So they could say, it could be someone I know. Like I could walk past them. I could be at their office the next day getting tickets or something. Mm-hmm. It could be that person. And they would never tell you. It's kind of almost sociopathic.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm out there. People know who I am. They could see me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's this? Okay, that's very nice.
Oh, and yes, nice words for Johnny Monaco.
See, he gets it. The Get Smart Shoe phone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you think there are people who don't get it?
Yeah. I don't think they're like, look at this idiot. He's talking into his shoe. It's a reference from a show.
Oh, hold on. Mark Reap. Jason, new watcher, enjoy catching up on the tour diaries, hoping your health is good. Well, thank you very much. That's kind of you. I will point out that the tour diaries, when you watch a show like the Kardashians or whatever you watch, they're taped, and so most of those are from last year. So right now we are at the point when I had surgery, and so a lot of people are wishing me well, and thank you, and I appreciate it. But right now we are talking about Eric wetting his bed. Allegedly, that is the current tour diary. It's called P-Gate, and you guys can decide whether or not he did it. John and I don't think he did it. We checked the stains, we did forensics, but there's a few things that we're worried about, and you can watch it.
If the stain don't quit, you must have quit. Boy. Steven Anderson.
You know him?
All the way from Sweden. Yeah, Scott Coogan knows him too.
Oh, hold on. Well, where is
Me,
he?
him, and Steven all went to GIT together.
Right here.
Me, Scott Coogan, and my friend Steven Anderson. This better be this. I mean, I guess it's the same Steven Anderson.
Steven Anderson, are you in fact a person who went to school with Johnny Monaco and Scott Coogan? Scott with one T. Craig Gass was amazing. You should come on again. The Van Halen story was awesome. It was very good. And next time Johnny will be there too, and we'll all have a good talk. He's a nice guy. Good stories, and obviously some fun impressions, and impressions that fit this show. I don't know if everyone would enjoy him. This is Gene Simmons, of course. Yeah, I don't think everyone would get it, but he was great when he was here.
Why does it keep doing that?
Whatever.
There we go. That's where we were.
Yeah, I feel like that's a douche, though. I'm giving him too much attention.
See,
I saw a chat, I think, though.
It does that.
Yeah, but I think there's a super chat.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, Manuel. Manuel's great. Manuel actually just messaged me online, and I didn't know how to respond. Hola, Jason E. Johnny. He's saying hello, Jason, and E, which was a Y, but it's pronounced as an E. That's for my English-speaking friends. Hello, Jason and Johnny. Love your show. Just two rockers hanging in Baltimore. Crab cakes? Please come to... I think he's asking us to come to Albuquerque.
To Boston for the springtime.
Anyway, thank you. That you'll help us because we will have some crab cakes. I didn't think we were going to be able to afford crab cakes, but
what mode should you start learning? All of them.
The refrigerator mode, I think, is a good one. Is that still a thing? It's a Michael Schenker joke, by the way.
I don't know. Is it?
Do you think that guys like Michael Schenker who claim they know nothing technically really know nothing technically?
Yeah.
Do you think that some people just have like an odd ability? I mean, Eddie Van Halen was kind of like that. I don't think he knew modes when he started.
Not everybody needs to go to guitar school. I mean, some people will be like, well, I didn't go to guitar college for this. But most people don't. You can either do it or you've got to put time in on the instrument.
What I like about Paul Gilbert, and Johnny as well for that matter, is I like players who can play anything and not just Strat or this or that. And though they are well-rounded, Paul Gilbert could play a Ramones song. He'd probably pick down, and he probably would play it accurately.
That's
great. Cool. But then also could shred. What are we showing?
That's not Steven Anderson that I was talking about.
Oh, sorry, Steven. I'm local. Saw Johnny with Enough a few years ago. Got a bunch of pics with Johnny and Chip. If Chip got weird and wanted to come home with us, well, do you think he? Well, yeah.
Bro, you think it's okay if I clean my hoofs on your rug? Right. GIT alumni. All right.
Well, look at the people here. Whatever
I know Steven.
I know Steven. Yeah.
He's doing great. He's losing weight. He said he's on a workout routine now, and he's practicing his guitar all the time and shredding it up. So that's awesome. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Chip is.
I always say that Johnny is nicer than I am. People don't believe that. They think Johnny's angry. He has an angry facade sometimes. But Johnny is interested in your comments, even the crazy ones. It's not funny.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Skylar, you're late to the party, but we're glad you're here. This is just an impromptu hang in the Baltimore airport. This is Marty. I think that says Marty. Jason, I love your show. Thanks, Johnny. You rock at singing and guitar. He's also quite funny. Met you in Blaine, Minnesota. After Enough's Enough show, you turned down my weed, but Chip didn't.
You know, it's pouring rain right now outside.
I saw that. It could add to delays.
It could give me motion sickness.
Yeah.
I get really motion sick.
Johnny doesn't always fly so great.
Oh,
Coffee enthusiast, good to see you. I like to see all my old friends. It's a basketball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done that. I mean, I don't know about 3-pointers. That's kind of way out. But I mean, I play basketball.
They're trying to say that Johnny's Muggsy Bogues, I think.
Dinner. This guy's going out. He's want to say bye.
Oh, well.
Okay. So,
well, look, we're going to stay on a little longer. It's 1:40. We're going to get out of here, and Johnny and I are going to go eat dinner. But if you have anything important to say, you have a question for either of us, or you would like to send us a super chat and contribute to dinner, you can do that as well. We would gladly accept. So let's see where we're at in the comments. Did you see the Baltimore Aquarium? No, we're not here long enough. We're in an airport. Are we finding new Funkos for your collection on tour? You know, woman last night told me she had a store that had Funkos, but I don't usually get to them. I have a lot of what I want, but we didn't do much sightseeing. Johnny and I did go to a haunted. The music hall last night was allegedly haunted by this woman, Ava, and Johnny and I went and paid respects to her shrine. They said that if you made an offering, you would be. She wouldn't prank you, and they told me that I should sign the wall. I signed it. Waste some time with Jason Green. Johnny gave a guitar pick to the altar, and nothing bad happened to us. I can't say the same for everyone we were with.
Look at it out there.
Yeah, it's pouring rain. I'm going to check the forecast. People seem to love my weather forecast.
I'm going to do that too.
Yeah, it's Johnny's.
If you're looking up, I'll just let you do.
We're in Glenburn right now.
And it's drizzling. It looks more than drizzle.
It's drizzling, but this is going to go on for a long time. Hopefully, the plane can take off. Our flight is scheduled to take off around 8:30 or
There's
so.
A man on the wing.
At 8 o'clock, yeah. At 8 o'clock, there's an 80% chance of rain. At 9 o'clock, there's an 80% chance of rain. At 10 o'clock, it is scheduled to rain right now through 1 in the morning if there is a delay. When we were on Delta, if you miss your flight, they would then put you up in a hotel.
But on Southwest, they just give you a rickshaw.
Yes, possibly a rickshaw. Watch this.
Unicycles for everyone.
Somebody had to go. Lloyd Lindsay Green, that's great. I don't think Johnny would know that. There was a guy who did the weather in New York on Channel 9. He'd go, "Hello, Baltimore," whatever city he was in. But there's a Beastie Boys song that sampled him doing it. And it's a good old memory or whatever. Does Johnny get starstruck around any music celebrity?
I kind of felt that way when I met Elvis Costello.
That's a good one.
But usually I'm just like, it's got this much time. So usually I don't care. If it's someone great, then yeah. Like when I met him and I'm not sure who else it was. Who else? Maybe pretty good. Oh, Scott Henderson. He's a guitar player. I got to know him a little bit. He's still feels stupid when I'm around him. He's so good.
Skitch Henderson, the band leader, he was good. What else we got? All right. Oh, that's good. Besides me.
I don't even know where to start with that. I mean, if they stay on their side of the armrest and they don't talk on their phone loud and they don't have to sit with their bag between their legs and take up all the space and coughing. But that's like everybody. So if they can just not do those things, they're fine. I gotta I don't get annoyed by every little thing, but I mean it's common sense, and it's also the space. You got to be aware of other people around you. Personal space. I do it. I expect the same thing. Although I did find glass in my bed last night.
That is true. There was glass. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this.
What you put down? I missed that.
You're just an asshole. Not funny.
There's no groupie stories. There's no groupies.
That is true. The Chris thing was kind of funny. The bottom one.
This one.
It's kind of funny. No. All right.
This guy just moved.
But yes, Kicks. Kicks is the Kings of Baltimore. That is for sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Pez Band. I do remember Pez Band. They're great. One Arm Bandit, great. That kind of turned into Off-Broadway, which, that era. And that sort of turned into Enough's Enough. They're in that lineage. And so is the band Holland. And all those power pop bands. The Shoes, The Kind. So, yes, of course I remember that.
My favorite horror movies, I usually would say The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Johnny Ramone's favorite horror movie was The Bride of Frankenstein. You also can't go wrong with that. I usually like Universal horror, but I do like the classic 80s horror movies too. But if I had to pick horror movies, I'm going with Universal ones. Not necessarily for fright, but the whole thing about the Universal horror movies is that the people are the monsters, not the actual characters. Frankenstein didn't ask to be brought into this bullshit, and then everyone treats him poorly. So anyway, for me, it's always Universal horror first. Let's see. Hammerjacks is gone, I guess. We were going to go over there.
Yeah, that's been gone for a while.
I was hoping to go over there tonight. All right, we're going to wrap this up very soon. So last call. I don't even know if we could say the name of that movie. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I heard it's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Sounds
seen
like
it.
something Coogan.
It completely does. Johnny played Hammerjack, I think.
Yeah, I think I played there a couple times back in the day. And that band was sounding great.
This is a question you're asking. Johnny's the wrong person to ask. I don't think he could even name the members of this band.
Who's the hottest female in the band Vixen? I only know Britt Lightning.
Yeah. Is she the hottest?
I don't know. Yes.
You hit that?
I haven't. We're friends.
Oh. With benefits?
Nope. I don't do that.
No?
I have hard enough time having friends in general. That would just complicate things.
Back in the day, I thought Cher was pretty.
She's in Vixen?
Cute. And Sonny. No, Cher Pedersen. She became Cher Ross. She was a great bass player. She went to the Berklee School of Music.
Well, she's probably pretty good.
Yeah, she's good. And her roommate was Amy Mann till Tuesday. Anyway,
What happened the next day?
I'm sure they're all beautiful.
Oh, till Tuesday, the band.
Yeah.
Thought you meant she was just in the band till then. Wednesday came along and she quit. You remember Trish Check? Yeah, kind of. I remember seeing the name.
What do you think we should eat?
I'd like to keep it like when in Rome. So, I'd like to...
Crabs.
Maybe. I don't think they're going to have that here.
That place that Steven was at, I think, had it.
No, did they? We can walk back by the food court and see what they have.
People can look it up right now and just tell us whether they want us to go. They paid for it.
Somebody look it up. Who has the soundboard from Hammerjacks? I have no idea.
Professional. It's interesting. We're at the BWI. We should take that Vixen. They do have a thing called Gate Waiter where they can deliver the food to us.
What, from over there?
Yes.
No, by that time it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
They're just going to the thing.
No. Is everyone behaving themselves now? Have we all gotten back to where we are?
It was just that one guy.
It was two.
Yeah.
It was two assholes.
It's probably the same guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, I probably know whoever he is.
Yeah.
What kind of idiots they are.
I wanted to expose myself, but I thought, one, I might get demonetized, or who knows, maybe a lot of tips, and two, maybe they would ask me not to fly ever again, which Easy Stradlin had that problem.
He did the same thing. Huh?
Yeah, he peed on the plane, but not in the bathroom, in the kitchen. And he was asked not to fly again.
Pee in the kitchen,
and like in the little galley sinks.
Rock star.
And so they banned him, and he had to travel on a tour bus only to gigs after that.
Saw Megadeth. Yeah. I think we saw most of these, right?
Yeah.
Boston. I don't know. We're going to Boston, but hopefully soon.
It would be nice. We're going to be in New Hampshire.
Just spectacle eyewear.
I'm not sure the date is announced officially, so in July we will be in New Hampshire.
Wow.
So you heard it here first. Don't tell anyone.
Okay. No, we didn't get to go anywhere in Baltimore except the airport.
Yes. But we've all been to Baltimore before. Johnny's first show with that band was in Baltimore. The M3 Festival. Probably in this area.
Right.
It was exciting. Oh, Cruz Wayne said they couldn't get into the Enough's Enough show because they weren't of age.
Right.
You were lucky. They did you a favor. You missed nothing. They go together, I noticed, the assholes. And Johnny made the best point. If they're not, if you're not funny, then don't even attempt it.
It's just everyone thinks, and then they just go, I'm just busting your balls. Man.
Right. Well, because then that's when they realize, oh yeah, I'm not funny.
I'm just joking around with you, man. That's what they say after they try to attack you, like a character or a person or personality.
They also don't like it when they know that you will
call them out.
Smack them in the mouth.
Hey, you're welcome to come out to Las Vegas. Just let me know.
You want
kind of
question about Jerry? No, Jerry's no longer with us.
No, we lost him.
Yeah. Matt Thorne, as we said earlier,
he's not with us anymore.
Matt Thorne is the bass player.
Jerry's not with us anymore.
Yeah. Cannon Club.
Jerry.
Cannon Club. Oh, maybe. I should have known. No, I don't think
he doesn't like me.
No.
It's okay. Fired me as his personal trainer.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that too. I agree with all this. Listen, we're going to go eat in just a minute. Although Bob has understood the assignment, I think. I can't pronounce that, but there's a seafood restaurant at B9.
Oh, okay.
That could be good. And we're pretty close. If anyone is here would like to join us, we're at C4. And we're only going to be here for 7 more minutes.
Stay on the C4.
Oh, right, yeah. We're only here for 7 more minutes. And then we're going to get the hell out of here. 7 minutes. This is it. The countdown is on. Then it'll be 2 hours of live broadcasting. Yeah. Well, most shows, Johnny, they do the show and people talk to each other. By the way, most of these shows, they don't talk to the audience unless the audience super chats. But I care about my audience very much.
This guy's going to see Donnie V. Zebra.
Nice. You could have seen Johnny Monaco on that bill. But...
That's what you want.
That Zebra song?
Yeah. That's the one I know.
I don't know if I know any.
Tell me what you want.
6 minutes, Johnny. Wrap up with these people.
Okay. I'm looking.
Thank you for all the new subscribers, by the way. Right now, we're at 12,972.
Yes, I've played Haymakers.
What's that?
It was a venue in Chicago back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Michael Schenker played there, and the roof caved in.
George Lynch told me that Michael Schenker hides the key to his butt, to the bus in his rectum.
Crazy Germans.
Anyway, yeah, if you're watching right now, 2 more subscribers since I said that. So obviously people are subscribing and it's much appreciated. I know we didn't have time to prepare material for you. And with the live audience seems to be thrilled. And again, thank you for all your super chats and buying John and I dinner. I mean, who knew? Oh, Bozo's here, Johnny. He misses you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the finest, freshest crab cakes.
Really? Oh, that's the place he's recommended.
Since 1944.
Well, we might have to try it.
And they got one here, and I'm sure it's being run by a bunch of lunatics with neck tattoos.
Wow, the subscribers are going through the roof. I thank you for that.
Rock scene, I think, yeah, it's been picking up a little bit. I think it's more specific now, but all the crowds have been great. Very, very energetic. Clapping and cheering.
Stomping their feet, hooting, hollering. Let's see. Is there anything else?
This guy said something. I want to see Stephen Piercy at Jim Gillette's house.
Makes no sense. Clock is ticking, guys. You have something to say? Now's your chance.
Rhode Island Station.
That's where the fire happened.
After party,
I
died
think.
chip and 80 people outside the hotel room. I don't know that I remember that, but I'll take your word for it because I'm sure that sounds like something that could have happened. Oh, Gillette in Foxborough, not Jim Gillette.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that sounds like something. Dave Urich is way better than Badio or Schenkel.
Do you know that? Do you know who they are?
Yeah. Well, Michael Badio, you know who that is.
Yes.
And Dave Schenkel used to be in Manowar.
Yes, I know him. He's the one who had the CP problem. I think. I don't think
No,
so.
that was somebody else.
The guy after him?
I guess it's like a prerequisite when you join that band.
Oh, Carl Logan's there.
But he was in it's like the another metal band. Dave Schenkel, or Dave Urich is another local guitar hero kind of guy from Chicago. Plays cover bands, so he's really good. I've known Dave for a long time.
Ross the Boss, that's the guy. All these other guys are not Ross the Boss.
Coho show was good.
I didn't even see that one. Oh, yeah. That was Richie, thank you. It was good. The new LA Guns record sounds awful. How long before Phil is replaced by Orianthi? Now, we touched on that earlier. I think that Tracy will join Orianthi's band, not by her any. I don't think she'll have any say in it. But I think he will just start showing up.
Will he get married?
No, I think she'll. I think that relationship will not make it through the summer.
Do you think he'll be in any of her posts?
No, he posts about her because he's trying to make his ex-wife jealous.
Is that what it is? That's terrible.
Yes.
Why do you want to do that?
I don't think, but hey, listen, if they're happy, more power to them. But I don't think it's going to work. I was thinking the purple shirt behind you is his favorite band.
It's purple, and I'm not speaking to him.
No. They had a thing, and now they don't speak, so we can't. Guys, 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
I said this before, I like You're in Trouble, Morning After, and there's another one. Yeah, I don't know. Those two are great.
No, I don't know it's Black Sabbath or Ozzy.
Worst band ever to work with. I better not say that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They would have to super chat to get that answer. I liked it. Like some people are and then all of a sudden it's like you said, where it's like
They're lunatics.
But like, how do you go from one to the other? I need a shower. Johnny's shower life. How many times did you shower this trip?
Once.
Now you told me twice.
Okay, twice.
Much like Tracy Guns, I haven't showered once. I mean, I do wash my.
I showered at the nice hotel, the $600 night.
I should have done that too.
Not the one that we were in last night where there was glass in my bed.
I mean, I did wash my balls in the sink with a towel and things like that. And scrub. I scrub. But
Thank you.
yeah, that's nice. It's nice to see somebody nice.
Old Chicago, yeah, I love that you would like that. There's an amusement park that they set up to look like old timey.
That sounds fun.
It's like it's turn of the century kind of vibe.
Obviously.
Kind of like what the kids do now. Like they're not doing it ironic. They just dress like that. Mustaches and the suspenders. It's great.
I got injured on this trip. I'm not the only one, but I will show you.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you that too. It's actually right there. But look at this.
Yeah. Ouch.
Maybe you guys can super chat for some Neosport.
I got some of that in my bag, actually. Morning After. Do all that one. Okay.
All right.
So what are we
It's
down here?
5 seconds. I think we're done. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciated it's helping us kill some time because we really needed it. We're wasting time because we need to do that. Johnny's going to hit the last comments as we wrap up.
Thank you.
And so we thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Like the video helps. Comment, subscribe, and do all those things. We will join you back live. I am working on a very special guest for Wednesday. This was a special party that we're having because we had to pass all the time. And we're going to go have dinner because you guys were so kind to us. Hold on 1 second. Where'd he go? Where'd that one go? Did you handle that?
What about the legs?
Yeah.
I blocked it.
Oh, good.
I wanted to get the block in at the last minute.
No, it was good. I was thinking the same thing. Nice way to go out. For those of the people here who are jackasses, we apologize.
Yeah, and for any of you that want to be tough guys, you know.
That is the other thing. Yeah, I guarantee none of you are as tough as you act. Anyway, we're going to enjoy a dinner. We have a few more hours to kill. We're hoping the rain isn't going to be so bad. Thank you. It's kind of you. I think that the show has gotten better as it's gone on. And Johnny being here also adds a lot to it. And yeah, look how kind everybody is. All right, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. And we'll be back very soon. New interviews, new this, new that.